Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a happy Monday to you all. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend, your Halloween weekend. Hope you had a good one, safe one, very happy one indeed. It's a Monday, we've got new music to get to, and boy is this a big one. Because the performance king himself, Mr. Taemin, is back with brand new music, brand new solo music. Oh, it has been a very long time. Of course, this is his first solo project after coming back from the military. And, well, it's always a pleasure. It's always a great pleasure to be able to watch Taemin do his thing. So we had Shinee's group come back earlier on in the year, and now we get a little bit of solo Taemin stuff. And, knowing what his previous works have been like, this is going to be an experience and a half, and I'm very excited for it. I'm going to be checking out the title track, Guilty, and I believe there's also an EP that goes along with this as well, which I will be listening to in a moment. Well, it'll be in a different video, but you get my point. As long as SM don't block it, we're going to be having an album listen later in the day, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, let's get started. DJ, roll the intro! So here's the thing with me and Taemin's music. I'm very much like a title track merchant in a way, where I really only know his title tracks. Like, I have slowly started to pick up his B-sides here and there. What's that one song off of his Idea album? Is it? Actually, let me find out real quick. It's Taemin's. Think of You? Think of You by Taemin. What an unbelievable song. It may be, like, during my year-end awards kind of video, like, award show thing that I made last year, there's a category called the Fashionably Late Award, where I just, like, rank my favorite songs that have been released over 2 years ago that I just completely missed. At the moment, Taemin's Think of You is sitting quite comfortably at, like, in the top 3. It's that good. I found it, gosh, it was when the shinee members were, like, promoting the group comeback on Twitter, and it was a video of Taemin biking with that song as the BGM, and I instantly fell in love with it and have fallen in love with it ever since. And, well, let's just say that song has a chokehold on me, so I'm kind of hoping that we get a song of that nature that just takes hold of me and never lets go, because, it's Taemin, and it's going to be a great time. So here we go! A song in slow 3, strings, very dramatic. My God, his head voice is gorgeous. Oh, it's so dramatic and it's so sinister sounding. And I love the balance of this song. Because it's string heavy, it's dramatic, but it still sounds modern. And sometimes it's hard to make a string sound modern in the way that this is. That harmony is wild, and I love it. Get me more. Get a little bit of layered vocal action. I love how, like, shamelessly high this song is. It's like his voice stays so high in his like upper register for so long. And it's like, doesn't care. He's like, he doesn't care how hard it is to stay up there. He'll stay up there because that's like the killing characteristic of this song. And I love that. Oh, and ending, we got a conclusion at the end too, like a bona fide conclusion, that final hit. My goodness. The Guilty mini album, okay, that is what we're going to get to later today, but bruh, oh my goodness. He is just different gravy when he's unleashed. It's unbelievable what he's capable of doing. And the song too, holy smokes. It's so like beautifully crafted to be a Taemin song, because not many people will be able to pull off the balance between the elegant and the dramatic like he does, especially on a song of this nature. This is not the type of song that any pop group can pick up and do justice to. You need a special kind of performer with a special set of skills to pull off a song like this. Taemin is your guy. Oh, man. And like, here's the thing. I'm very much more of like a song, like melody side of songs and like the composition side of songs. That's where my brain usually goes to. So lyrics and stuff I don't pick up usually on first listen, just not how my brain works. But I can notice how dance choreography looks based off of what song. I don't know what like the nuances of the choreography are, if they're difficult or not. I can comment on if they look visually satisfying, visually appealing or not. The way Taemin moves doesn't look real. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like the way he moves, especially on Guilty, it's like he has the ability to like morph time just around him so certain movements look like they're like stuttering in a way, and I think that's visually so cool. And it adds to that kind of haunting element of the song because it doesn't look natural. And I think that's so cool. It's like this isn't like the only song that pretty much every single like Taemin solo MV that we've gotten, I have been so captivated by what's going on screen and like the movements that Taemin is capable of doing. It just blows my mind. But the song, hold on, like I'm gonna go to the beginning and run that first verse again. Like already, the song hasn't even really started yet. But you've got the heavy cello and bass. You've got the dun dun dun, the kind of darker shoulder strings. You've got Taemin doing the crazy vocal runs that he usually does in his high vocal range, mind you. It's a song in 3. You immediately know what the main rhythm of the song is. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A song in 3 is always going to be a fun time because the thing about a song written in 3 is, while there are ways to musically divide a 3 evenly, it's called a dotted quarter note. 2 dotted quarter notes equals 3 beats. That's how you evenly distribute it. But if you kind of negate fractions or like fractional notation, stuff like that, there's no even way to divide up a song written in 3. And what happens is, having that restriction kind of gives the song this really interesting skip or a lilt in the beat. Paired with such a dark and dramatic sound like this, it really does add to the sinister sensation of this song, and I love it. Those 3 violin hits there are everything to me. I'm a violin player of 11 years, so I very much like resonate with that moment there. But just the fact that you kind of feel the song start to build going into the second half of that verse, and you want that energy to release in some way, but then you get the shoulder strings and you get the very short but noticeable crescendo in the lower strings. That it makes it for me. His grasp on that high tone is absurdly good. And it's always been like such a charming point for me and Taemin's music is that high range. Because I mean, people can sing a high. Only some of those people can sing a high well and consistently. Only some of those people have the range to do it in multiple ways. Taemin is one of those people. His high range and the variation of styles he's able to portray in that high head voice of his is spectacular. His upper range is spectacular. The colors he's able to add in his upper range are spectacular. And by him being able to maintain that breathiness, chef's kiss all around. And that contrast, high tones in the background, whisper on the main vocal, contrast creates focus. My ears are right in, locked in, because it's like, even on such, like, the song is already dramatic. The chorus comes in, that dramaticism goes up a notch. But what this song doesn't do is it doesn't shy away from anything. Once it hits that high level of dramaticism, you'd think there's no way it can get any more dramatic than this. But it does. The song continuously builds towards the peak of that dramatic energy, which is that final note in the final measure of the chorus. The song, regardless of what you think the limits are, will continue to surpass it. And that's spectacular to me. He is just such a talented performer and artist, and there are not enough good things that can be said about him. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, there's more music to listen to because there's a mini album out, and I'm so excited to jump into it. So I'm going to go and do that immediately. Keep your eyes peeled for it if it isn't out already. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me, say let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!